Hello and welcome to episode 63 of Let's Play Final Fantasy 14 Stormblood, where we will continue to escort Nanamo here, and this time we are going to the Golden Saucer. So let's get moving. I have written I have written about public airship before, but this shall be my first visit to the Golden Saucer. I must confess to some extent. Oh. Go here. Forward. I had heard descriptions of this of its splendor, yet I never dreamed it would be so bright and inviting. No, no, I couldn't possibly. We did not come here to fritter away the royal coin. No, we definitely did not. Keep your coins in your pockets. Godbert will be expecting us. Come, let us head directly to the launch and ignore these godly temptations. Oh. Alright, that's where we are going. I believe this is where we are to meet Lord Mandeville. Shall we sit while we await his coming? And anyone actually recognizing him? I certainly do. My apologies, Your Grace. I have kept you waiting. No apologies are necessary, Godbert. My request was sudden, and you were kind to make yourself available at such short notice. When the Sultana herself comes calling, there is no more important engagement. As to the purpose of my visit, I would have your thoughts on how the Crown might best aid the refugees residing in Fanaland. You're aware, I'm sure, that many of Alamigo's displaced sons and daughters long to return to their newly liberated homeland. And you are also aware of how they will suffer without shelter and work to sustain them. I would use our nation's wealth to spare them that suffering. What advice have you for me on the matter of how it might best be distributed? The unusual circumstances of our meeting and your Grace's choice of companion would suggest to me a desire for an honest and unvarnished option. I shall give you one. My advice to you is stop. Taxing all those wealth to save Alamegan refugees is a terrible, terrible idea. To oppose my proposal? Most emphatically, I agree with your grace that the refugees must have housing and employment. But what profit is there for Ulda in this arrangement? Profit? After all you have done for Albania's displaced, I thought you the very last person to seek to benefit from their misfortune. Forgive me, Your Grace, but you appear to be laboring under a misapprehension. It is a final endeavor to support one's fellow man. I fear, however, that your stance is unborn of pity. Your intent is to save the refugees, is it not? For all our potential, we are indolent creatures by nature. If unconditional charity is all we know, then we begin to rely upon it, to expect it. And then we must consider Uldan's own poor and downtrodden. And then we must consider Uldan's own poor and downtrodden. Should they hear of your spending the nation's coin, not to improve their lot, but to nurture the distant citizens of Alamigo, it is unlikely they will applaud your generosity. Surely it is not your Grace's intention to foster new resentments, but to spread goodwill. Indeed. Then any support I pledge to the refugee must promote sufficiency, while it also serve the interest of the people of Ulda. Exactly so. Such an arrangement will create a far more equitable relationship with the returning Alamegans, even as it generates the revenue required to win the approval of your subject. You have given me much to ponder, Lord Manduin. I thank you for your candor. Yeah, he is actually completely right. A very good example is actually with Sweden's what should I call it? Politics when it comes to refugees here from other countries. Like, in my opinion, we pamper them way too much, and they start to rely on that. Some doesn't even bother seeking work or doing anything for us, for Sweden, but just living off the money they are given, and this is literally what Mender will try to prevent an animal to actually do. So she doesn't actually end up in the same situation. All right. Profit. The thought never even crossed my mind. But standing about laminating my naivety will not do anyone any good. I shall consider my lesson learned and press on. Geoffrey, are you perchance acquainted with any successful merchants? If my attempt at philanthropy is obliged to reap a profit, it would seem wise to consult someone with a knack of business. Ordinarily, I would not trust any agent of the Eastern Algonor Trading Company. But if you hold this Hancock fellow in high esteem, I am content to be led by you. You may repay my faith by journeying to distant Kugani and speak with him on my behalf. Eager thought I am to visit those shores, I have not the leisure for a lengthy sea voyage. Now, assuming you will travel as adventurers are wont to do, I shall await your report by the Ephorite in Ulda. A fair journey to you, Geoffrey, and a swift one, if you please. For a moment it looked like he actually had two axes on his back. That was weird. Alright, let's head over to Kugane. Greetings, honored sir. Will you be entering the Ruby Bazaar offices? Oh wait. Geoffrey, what do I owe the pleasure? Or are you here on business? I beg your pardon? Her Grace the Sultana would have my opinion on how best to invest the wealth of Ulda. My dear Geoffrey, I have you to thank for this. Recognition, I am sure. And I am flattered that you came to me, truly flattered. But why settle for a lowly apprentice when you could have the master upon matters of profit? There is no living soul better qualified to advise Her Grace than Chairman Olorito, a man whose morning exertions are said to fill his garderobe with gold. Jesus Christ, stop licking his ass already. I should be happy to arrange a meeting for you, say at the Science former headquarters in Fanland. The Viking Sands would seem a suitable neutral venue for negotiations, don't you think? Very well, Geoffrey, and may your dealing prove fruitful. Alright. No. Use that one instead, because I don't feel like paying 900 gel to travel back here. There we go. 3 is always good. 900 gel is a bit too expensive. Welcome back, Geoffrey. Did your merchant friend have any useful advice to share? Wait, Lolorito? Are you agree to this? I'm well aware of his standing in the field of business, but I had hoped to keep the monetarists at an arm's length, and him in particular. Wow, she doesn't like Lolorito. Nay, I cannot live in fear of the man. I must learn how to treat with him if I am to rule Ul'dah effectively. Very well, I will meet with Lolorito. Let us go on ahead to the Viking Sands and prepare for his coming. Oh, nice. I actually got teleported here. So this is where the Scions first congregated. I have heard many tales, but never had the occasion to visit. To work then. The hour of the meeting draws near, and I would gather my thoughts. Pray see to it that we have the appointed room to ourselves.
A personal summons from the Scions. This must be important business indeed. Though, if it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help. You have made your point. It is indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask. There, would this better please your grace? Or should I address you as Lady Lilira?
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I am glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito, but shall we proceed to the business at hand?
By all means. I must say I am most eager to hear your proposal.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in Thanalan in their efforts to return to Alamigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Teleji Adeleji's estate. But this plan is not intended to benefit the displaced alone. I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Uldar and Alamigo both. And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan? I beseech you then, Lord Lolorito, share with us your mercantile wisdom.
Wow.
Ah, 'twould seem your grace has matured beyond acts of earnest yet misplaced charity. Pray tell me more. To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the establishment of new industry in Alamigo, you ask that a proportion of all subsequent profits be promised to Uldar. Ha! I am impressed, Your Grace. 'Tis an elegant solution, albeit one lacking certain crucial details, specifically which industry and where.
How swiftly you identified the weakness in my plan, just as I knew you would. Your travels have taken you across the length and breadth of Gir Abania, and you know the land far better than I. Which of the settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees? Which has the greatest potential to flourish, given the appropriate investment?
Alright. So, anyone actually remember what would be the best? It has been said in the game, and you have these options. And well, why don't you pause and write in the comments down below which one you think is the best one. And yeah, I will actually pick the right one.
Ah, yes, that desolate little village on the shore of Loch Seld. I know the Saltry and its products well. The Imperial invasion brought an end to their more widespread distribution, much to the dismay of many a wealthy gourmand, myself included. Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient, and in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of gill.
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course, but I trust the East Aldenard Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Naturally, Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ons of profit from its production. The Loch's bounty will contribute to Alamigo's enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders, just as Your Grace desired.
A deal is struck then.
There we go. So, going to be fun to see how many actually pick the right answer. Alright, let's continue this. I fear it will be many years before I feel comfortable taking part in such a negotiation. But I shall not complain. We have piqued Lolorito's interest and secured his invaluable expertise. Thank you, Joffrey. I could not have done it without you. Let's see, what do I have here? Direct hit, vitality, and crit. That's a good one. Crit, vitality, determination. That's even better. And crit, vitality, and direct hit. So let's go with that one. Move you over there. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Got some vouchers there. We open some extra coins. Our course is decided. I shall return to the palace and have my minister begin work on implementing the particulars of the plan. If I could prevail upon you one more time, Geoffrey, I would ask that you convey the details of our negotiations to Commander Hext on your return to Alamigo. My thanks again. Together we have laid the groundwork for an endeavor which promise to benefit the people of Alamigo and Ul'dah both. Alright, let's head back to Commander Hex. Holy crap, it's expensive to travel. I feel like they increased the amount of gil it costs to actually travel between these rocks. Oh, it's right over there. Ah, Geoffrey, you're back. What did Nanamo? Oh, sorry. Are you allowed to talk about your audience with the Sultana? So, Robin says he's going to return to Ul'dah, but she isn't sure he wants to. Huh. Tell us something we don't know. But I'm pleased to hear she's committed to help our refugees come home. And this plan to revitalize the Saltery does make a lot of sense. Quite how to convince her to seek Lolorito's help is another question. After all, that has happened. He is the very last person I would expect her to turn to for advice. But on a more particular note, please assuming the interim government elects to accept Ul'dah's proposal. I have one caveat I should like to include in the bargain. Alamigo must be permitted to cover a portion of the investment. We have a fortune at our disposal, after all, and allowing Ul'dah to provide the entirety of the capital will afford Lolorito too much control. Honestly, Alphinaud, it's like Kagane never happened. What exactly does a ruthless profiteer have to do to earn your trust? Yeah, that would probably never happen. But yes, you do make a good point. First things first, Fort. We need to discuss this proposal with the Saltery's residents. Whiskar, do you fancy explaining the Sultana's plan to your grandfather? I'd like to hear what thinks of the idea before agreeing to anything. Right away, Commander. Would you mind coming along, Geoffrey? I might need you to fill in the details. Then I shall come as well. Should Water wish to discuss figures, my knowledge of the nation's finances may prove useful. Alright. Let's get moving. Yeah, so flying at the level 50 area, you can't actually fly. Well, you can probably fly this high, but not any higher. On the other side of this hill, right? There you are. What manner of mischief brings you young ones to old what this time, huh? They want to reveal the Saltery? Grandad. Joffrey, tell him about the deal. Well, bugger me. We've never had the coin or the hands to put the place back to how it was. But it sounds like that's about to change. There's just one small wrinkle in your plan. It doesn't account for all the nasties queuing up to eat anyone who goes near the shore. The king used to send soldiers to call the buggers, but the Imperials weren't about to help the likes of us. Don't worry, Grandad. We'll take care of all that. Commander Hext has been talking about starting up regular patrols, and I'm sure she's assigned me to the lock if I ask. I'd appreciate that, voice score, my lad. Truly, I would. Truly, I would. So does this? So does this mean you've gotten better with that blade of yours? I've been training, eh? But mostly to kill Imperials. You have some experience hunting monsters, don't you, Joffrey? Think you could cast an eye over a few of the local beasts and teach me how to deal with them? Let's not waste any time. Let's not waste any time then. I'll see you by the lock. Whilst you are busy attending to the local fauna, I shall have Master Watt explain to me exactly what is required to restore the Saltery to its former glory. Good hunting. Right then, Joffrey. I've got spyglass here. You can use it to take a close look at these pests. Once you've got their measure, you can tell me what to do, and we'll see how well I get on. Alright, so... fuck? Uh... Ah, looks like you found a Gabby. They say hitting their shells like smacking a rock. Any suggestions? Aim for the soft underside of the head. Vulnerable under the head, are they? Right then. Wish me luck. There we go. Thanks, Geoffrey. I did just as you told me, and the wavekin went down like a sack of potatoes. Let's find something else. I think I can handle the Yabis now, so we should try something different. What else is out there? Uh-huh. Oh. A foe bad. How do I defeat one of those? Destroy the coral within its brow. Inside its head, is it? I'll try to stab it right between the eyes, then. Alright, I think that's the only two monsters we need to search. It's not easy. Fighting with the Liberator of Alamigo, watching your every move. But I got the job done. Thanks for the advice, Geoffrey. I feel a lot better prepared for my patrols now. Anyway, we should head back to the Saltery before Grandad starts to worry. I've been snipped into pieces and fed to Gabby's hatchlings. There we go. I see you've returned in one piece. Dealt with those beasts then? Did you? I fought them myself. After a bit of instructions from Joffrey here. Once I've shared what I've learned with the others, we should have no trouble keeping the shoreline clear. Good lad. A fine young man you've become, Whisker. A fine young man indeed. Too often of late I heard tales of folk over in the city drunk on victory and hungry for revenge. Their heads stuck firmly in the past. But we need to set our sights on the future. On things which will improve our lot. Things like getting the Saltery ready to welcome our long lost countrymen. Hold on. Alright, let's see what Alphanode has to say here. Actually, I should end this episode. It seems Whisker has the Saltery security well in hand. I, meanwhile, have discussed the next step with Master Watt and completed my inspection of the site. With little work, the vacant buildings here could be made into very presentable dwellings. Message from General Aldin. Apologies for the interruption, sir, but the General would speak with you at your earliest convenience. Do not feel obliged to wait around on my account. I will remain here to hammer out the finer details with Watt and act as an intermediary with our business partners in Ul'dah. You should go. General didn't ask that you wait for him by the main gate in the Alamegan quarter. My apologies again, sir. Fare you well. Alright, well, we got a bit over time here, but yeah. In the next episode, we are going to talk to General Aldin and see what he's up to. So, yeah. I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please hit the like button. And if you're new here, first of all, welcome. And if you do enjoy my content, then yeah, why don't you hit the subscribe button together with the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my content. I will be back again tomorrow, and until then, stay safe out there.